Alright, we go first against Bolus. Big Daddy Bolus. Alright, let's see if we can take him out. Friction Arena would be good to resolve. Good thing is we have a lot of good spells. We can bounce Bolus with this. Probably not a good idea, really, because they're still going to get value if we bounce it once. So I think our game plan needs to be getting the arena out ASAP. Rusco as well. Paducah Bog that early is fine. So we don't have the double black, which is a shame. Because we might not be able to go for the arena next turn. If we do get black, then I will cast it, obviously. If they go for a rock here, I'm going to bounce that as well with a mist. Dreadwood Butcher. Probably not going to bother bouncing that, I don't think. Although it's weird that they've got that in a control deck. Although maybe it's a Grixis aggro deck. Yeah. Okay. So let's just take him out here. We will take 2, but that's fine. So luckily we should be on curve here for Ashiok. And a Kaito Shizuki. They're going to make a ninja here.
No secret is safe from me. I've got all kinds.
Okay, you know what? I will bounce this because... Actually, no, we can bounce that, can't we? That's fine. So in response to the trigger. And now we get the Rusco out. We still need a black source, though. So I think they... Yeah, I'm really hoping that they miss a land drop, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. It's going to be annoying. If they go for the Nickel Bolus,
With the right tools,
they can just use our Ashiok's ability. Okay, we get a double black here. Consign. So if we go for Ashiok, we're just going to lose it, aren't we? Which is a real shame. But if they do kill it, we can just attack Bolus with the Nightmare token.
Come, my kin are delightfully friendly.
So yeah, they're going to need more than just the Bolus read. I mean, they could just tick up on the Bolus, which is still decent. They've got black, 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 red, blue. So yeah, they can do it if they want to, but they might have something else here. Elspeth's Nightmare to kill the Nightmare. Interesting. That is very on point, to be honest. The Nightmare kills the Nightmare. They're going to attack into Ashiok and draw a card with the Kaito Shizuki. Interesting. So we're going to want to play the Anorexic Arena. Go for the Phyrexian Arena here. And yes, we'll kill the Kaito, which is pretty good. Something we want to be wary of here is we want to keep cards on our hand, because if they go for Bolus and they use the minus, we'll have to return something to our hand and then exile something, which is bad for business. So they're gonna discard this from our hand anyway, right? I guess let's just make another Nightmare here.
All your fears are given.
So we can just respond by doing this first. I think we'll get rid of the Ascanter. That will slow them down a little bit here. So now when they go for Elspeth's Nightmare, they're not going to have anything to discard. And that means in the turn after, we could also go for the Oblivion as well to make them discard 2 cards, because the phase 3 here makes us exile Graveyard, which is not very nice. Them having 2 ninjas is a little bit annoying, but they're not as scary as a Bolus, really. Yeah, we can't block them, but in a non-aggro deck, not really that worried here. Wow, so looking for more cards rather than going for the Bolus. Makes sense, because we've got so many threats out. They're probably looking for a River's Rebuke, Crucius, so they're just going for the aggression strategy here. Right, let's see what we get. We're going to draw an extra card, which is nice. Experimental Augury, that's cool. Whoa, and a Feed the Swarm as well. So we could feed the swarm. No, I think we definitely want to kill the Crucius. Let's use the augury first, because we get to proliferate, remember? Oh. We're going to lose some cards, aren't we? So go for the command. So that means in their turn, we're going to get some new cards. I do wonder if we just tick up again here. I think we might have them, you know. I think we might have them because we're going to lose this, but we're also going to... I'm actually going to go to full control here, and I'm going to respond to the midnight clock in their turn, which is a bit risky. Because if they have a counter spell for this ability, it means we can now counter it with the Silumgar's command. But if we had done this in our turn, we wouldn't have been able to protect the midnight clock. But we want to get 7 cards, yeah? Hopefully that makes sense. Because if I'd done this in our turn, and this went off in their turn, which it is now, if they stop this ability, we wouldn't be able to stop it. So do they have a way to... Okay, cool. So we don't get Silumgar's command, but we do get some other cards here. So we don't have a graveyard anymore. It's interesting because we didn't get any instants, but we did get a lot of really cool synergistic cards. Sangromancer gains us life whenever they discard. Elspeth's Nightmare makes them discard. Thoughtseize makes them discard. And the Eldest Reborn makes them discard. And sack. This is actually very unusually synergistic. The worst case scenario here is if they use Thought Distortion. In hindsight, I mean, maybe I should have just used the Silumgar's command to bounce something and kill the Crucius.
Will remake the multiverse in my image.
So they're going to just straight up kill the Ashiok. Okay, I mean, we've had some good uses out of that, to be honest.
For your cause.
But this is the thing, like, whoever plays their Planeswalker first kind of gets a bit screwed over. And they can recast the Bolus again anyway. Even if we kill it, we can cast ours, but... I don't know, it's a bit weird. It's a weird one. Scry 2. Tie Resurrected. I think that's okay. We can kill the Bolus. They will draw a card, though. I mean, we might even get to a point where the Rusko can actually just drain them here. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Okay, so if we do this, we don't have any black mana for anything else. Let's Thoughtseize first. I'm a bit scared of what's in their hand here. Oh, okay. They've got a lot of good spells themselves. I think we'll go to the Chandra. So we could go for Ashiok again, bounce the Nicol Bolas. Okay, let's get rid of the Bolas, I think. This is going to give them a... Oh no, how much they've got treasures. So they could counter something with the Bind to Secrecy here. And then now we can go for Oswald's Nightmare. Drains them for 1. So they do want to use the Secrecy. They're going to have to spend one of the treasures. But they get them back so easily with the Crucius, so kind of annoying. They let that resolve. Also, Crucius is kind of an irritating blocker as well. Being 3 toughness. Yeah, and I don't really want to attack in because I can see a play from their side, which is making me a bit concerned. Like if we trade Rusko for Crucius in their turn, they can go for the Phyrexian Arena. Sorry, the Tasha to return Rusko. Interesting that they want to get rid of these ones. If they do go for Bolus, damn, we just had too much pressure, I suppose. I do wonder though that like I don't know if I would have quit there. I know we draw 2 cards a turn. We have looked in their hand and discarded something. Maybe that was too much pressure. Double the draw, look in the hand, and they don't know what we have in our hand. Like they don't know we had 3 lands. So interesting game, but I suppose they could have gone for the what could they have gone for? I think they may have mistakenly chosen token with this because if they had chosen non-token creature with Children's Edict, what they could have done is got rid of the Urtai Resurrected or the Rusko, and then they could have played the Tasha -2, makes us give them a creature from our graveyard into play. Now, either it's going to be Rusko or the Urtai would have been nice because either one they got back would have been pretty awesome. Let's say we gave them the Urtai, they could have then killed our Rusko, and if we gave them the Rusko, they would have had the life gain back with a clock. So that would be an interesting play. But yeah, I definitely think it was a mistake making a sack a token creature there. Warning, this video contains scenes of a disturbing nature, aka Hellq. This deck goes straight into Hellq, and it's somewhat fitting because I suppose Ashiok could have come from Hell and or your nightmares. This video is a member request for Jonaroth. So Jonaroth wanted me to use Ashiok, and this is an update of an old video I did a while ago. So hopefully it's a bit stronger now, a bit more efficient, tighter deck. So let's see how it goes. So what exactly does Ashiok do if you've not seen them before? 5 mana, 5/5 Planeswalker, +1 to create a 2/3 Nightmare whenever they attack, exile cards on the top of your opponent's library. That doesn't really do much by itself, but we'll come back to that. -3, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then they exile a card from the hand. This is the meat and bones of this card because it comes down and protects itself. It's as simple as that. You'll find that most Planeswalkers that come down around 4 or 5 mana that can protect themselves are normally going to be in Hellq or above. I'm not sure if Ashiok should still be in Hellq because I still think this is a 1-for-1. I know that returning any permanent, non-permanent is strong, but I just think times have changed and maybe Ashiok could go down to just tier 1, which is beneath Hell tier. And then a -7, you cast 3 spells from exile your opponent's own. Essentially, so you spend the whole game exiling stuff, and then eventually you can cast them for free. Well, 3 of them anyway. So you want to be tactically exiling stuff along the way, attacking and blocking with the Nightmares, which is an interesting mechanic. It's definitely a unique character. The deck is essentially a Dimir control shell, so you'll see all the usual suspects like Pact of Negation, which is useful to protect your Ashiok when you cast them. Wash Away, which is just necessary to counter loads of things. And because Ragavan's in this format, in this meta, you need loads of cheap removals. You've got Bloodchief's Thirst as well, and we've also got Fatal Push. And then you've got the usual suspects, Inquisition and Thoughtseize and Duress to deal with your opponent's control elements as well. So yeah, it's a pretty rough format to play. I do try and avoid Hellq as much as possible, but now and then it's not too bad. You can get a good control game, and it's just a pretty good spectacle, to be honest. The curve's pretty average, really. The cards of note are probably the win cons. You've got Jingataxius to stop your opponent casting spells and doubling your instant sorceries and artifacts, which is very powerful. Bolus Citadel, you've all seen on my channel before. Playing stuff is just an insane at the top of the deck, and if you also have the Aetherflux Reservoir, you'll be killing them with that combo as well. Professor Onyx is just a really good card advantage. Card can kill your opponent just by existing, because the passive says cast an instant sorcery, drain 2. Absolutely wonderful ability. We've got a River's Rebuke to bounce other things, so they're all really powerful things. I mean, you've got Invoke Despair as well, which is just probably one of the best black cards ever made. Sacking 3 things. If you get this out with Jingataxius and you're copying it, it's going to be absolutely crazy. And we've also got Invoke the Wind as well, because gaining control of your opponent's commander is insanely useful. Mostly because you're stopping them from recasting it. So if they do somehow get Atraxa out, although oddly enough, might not even see Atraxa in Hellq because she's not been put there yet, you'll stop them from recasting. You'll have a 7/7 flying, Vigilance, Lifelink, Death Touch. So that's really good. So yeah, I suppose the most unique tech of this deck is I'm using one Sanctum of Stonefangs and one Sanctum of Calm Waters, just testing the power of a couple of shrines. It's not amazing, but it is a bit different. The reason Sanctum's in here is because I struggled with gaining and losing life, and I wanted to find a consistent way to gain life early, just even if it's a little bit, and then to double that, we went for the other Sanctum as well. You know, you can use, there's two other Sanctums you can use as well. I think each color has two or three actually now, but these are the ones that I chose. You could have gone for the black one, which makes them discard, but I think drawing is probably better than making your opponents discard, just because if you're making them discard one or two, which is never going to be more than two, by the way, because you've only got two shrines, and if they play a Traxxas, they're still going to draw 7 or more, so it just feels hopeless. I think gaining advantage is better than depleting it in some ways. And we have, I guess, an Ashiok is a bit nuanced as well, because we just want to stop them from reusing their graveyard and stop them from tutoring. But yeah, it's an interesting deck. I do like it. I don't think it belongs in Hell Queue, to be perfectly honest. I think times have changed now. I'm not saying it's weak. It's just it doesn't have the card advantage, right, compared to stuff like Rusko, which yes is in the deck. But to be honest, if you're in Hell Queue, whatever, just put anything in powerful. It doesn't matter, because if I didn't use this, I'll just be at disadvantage anyway. My stance has definitely changed now. I wouldn't use Rusko by itself as a commander, but in the 99 in Hell Queue, I think, yeah, whatever. We're going to face Ruskos anyway, which breaks the cardinal rule of the channel. But I've come to understanding, if I play Hell Queue, then that's just my own fault. And this is my own fault, but I wanted to please my channel member. And don't forget, if you'd like me to make a deck for you as well, you can join my channel membership, and once a month I can make a video for you. So check out the details below in the description box and below. So John Roth, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope everyone else does as well. But be wary that it is going to be filled with a lot of hate. Okay, we go first against Ragavan. We only have black mana, but we do have a kill spell for Ragavan, and Shieldred is super great against red because the 5 toughness is just superb. It's a real shame we don't have blue mana for the wash away here, but at least we can kill it for now. But yeah, Ragavan's so infuriatingly good because, you know, if they go first, they'll have 3 mana by turn 2. Also, the dash cost can be done from hand as well, which is just silly. Okay, so we really desperately need some blue mana here. Mechanized Warfare, okay. So sources they control deal extra damage now. Let's just hope we can keep Shieldred alive. So all they need to do is go for something that does 4 damage and it can kill our Shieldred. A blue source would be wonderful, to be honest. So if they attack, we're definitely not going to block, because it will mean they definitely have some kind of removal, because that already does 3 in itself. But they already could have removal anyway, right? Oh, they have a 5 damage spell for 2. It's pretty crazy. So now we're going to have to spend 2 life to draw 2 here. Shame, because we would have drawn 2, gain some more life there. Okay, so now we have the wash away for Ragavan. So we just had to have to last a little bit longer. A second blue source would be good as well. Phoenix of Ash. Jeez. Down to 9 already. That's crazy. Okay. Do this as well. So we can go for the Aetherflux Reservoir and the Tasha as well. That's good. So we gain a bit of life, which is nice. And we can start debuffing them on attack, hopefully.
Keep your distance, mortal.
So these are technically 1/1s if they attack in this turn. 2 damage. My goodness, they've just got loads of lightning bolt effects. You may cast from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Wow, that's actually really powerful. Not actually seen that card before. Okay, so that's going to be 1 extra damage coming in, but that'll be 2. Yeah, okay. So Tasha really didn't really do much there, did she? Which is such a shame.
You know, dueling used to be fun.
Sword of Forge and Frontier. That is pretty annoying. Okay. So if they give the sword to the Phoenix, that's going to be pretty annoying.
The shadows awaken.
But one good thing is... Oh, okay, they're just coming straight over to... Oh, so that's... suspicious. Burn down the house. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they have yet another way to kill our things. But we've got Ashiok again. I mean, how many more spells? So they've got Escape. Okay, that's not good to see. So they can get the Phoenix out the graveyard by exiling 3 other cards, and then it comes in with an extra counter. So it's going to be 3/3 plus 4/4. It's a shame we don't have the Wash Away open because we could have countered it from the graveyard. Man, this is a really scarily tight game. I don't know how much more we can take, to be honest. They've just got so much. Another damage. 5 damage. What is going on? So they've had 1, 2, 3, 4 kill spells. Wow, okay. Just kill all of our creatures then. Why not? Why the hell not? Meat Hook Massacre. But to be honest, this Aetherflux Reservoir is keeping us in the game. We should be fine for a while. We can counter whatever their next spell is. Okay, Wash Away. Counter the Ragavan. So annoyingly, they can still dash it for 2, I think. The dash cost stays the same, I believe. Unless... Not actually 100% sure. Do you have to still pay command attacks with dash? Don't think so. Okay, Maze Mind Tome. Interesting. So we could just go for Ashiok again. Let's see if they have yet another kill spell. That would be very, very infuriating if they did. 6 mana open. So they can actually go for the Phoenix with the sword, which would be 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, that's so annoying. But that would mean that they would be hitting Ashiok, I think. Okay, going for Ashiok. So they're going to kill Ashiok again. This Mechanized Warfare has been absolutely crucial to them. Actually pressuring us here. River's Rebuke. That is also pretty good. The issue with that is the River's Rebuke doesn't help too much. 5/5. If we kill it, they can't get it back yet. So let's go for 5. My God. That Phoenix. Not gonna lie, they've been pretty lucky this game. The fact that they've got, you know, such a recursive threat like that, that comes in with a counter threats 4 damage every turn if they can exile stuff. So they could also go for Ragavan with the sword. Okay, they're gonna just go for straight up casting it here. Interesting. That's 5 damage, as is. Jeez, how do we stop this deck? All these cards as well they get from the top. Flippin' hell. And yeah, this Sword of Forge and Frontier is, you know, silly, really. Okay, I think we're going to Thoughtseize away the Ragavan here. Although saying that, I probably should have used the River's Rebuke first. Because then we could have gotten rid of the sword. What? Actually, what? They don't realise how close they were to actually winning there. That is actually ludicrous. Like, I know the Ragavan cost 6, but this sword, we didn't. So we could have River's Rebuke, bounced everything to the hand. They could have just redeployed more things, swords, God knows. But yeah, I actually legitimately think they probably had that in the bag. Ashiok is 11, guys. You know, that was going to be... I actually can't believe they conceded that. Right. Emery is really tough. A bit like Ragavan. She just keeps coming out over and over again, and it's really difficult to kind of deal with unless you exile the graveyard. Like, we do have a Meat Hook Massacre, but I don't know if that's going to be good enough. I do like this hand. It's a really good utility hand, but it's not very threatening, right? Whoa, this is oh man, this is the kind of hand that makes me excited. Shieldred and Professor Onyx. Okay, well, they're definitely going to get... Oh, wash away. I can see why people use this in top tiers. In top tiers, yeah, I get this card. Because if you don't do it, you just die, right? But in lower tiers, it's just a bit boring, to be honest. Do I think this card's a mistake? Probably. Does it bother me in real life? No. To be honest. I play Commander every week with 2 friends. Not a single one of us uses this. It's just... I think people would rather be doing other things. It's definitely a CDH card, but that is kind of what Historic Brawl is now. Historic Brawl is pretty much CDH levels of just competitiveness. Here she is. Now, do you want to know the most disgusting thing about this, guys? They can still cast Emery. Even if we counter this, they can still do it. Because she costs 2 less. It's disgusting. But they didn't do it. Interesting. They didn't do it. Ashnod's Altar. Sack a creature, add double colorless. Okay. Henry. What? They got rid of the thing? That is odd. That is odd. Literally odd, because I'm about to make all odds get exiled. Although they can use the Ashnod... Wait. They could have used the Ashnod's altar there, but I guess they could have also done that to sacrifice her to draw a card with the Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, that is strange. See, now I don't know what's going on. Now I feel like I'm in a false sense of security here. We resolved a Mofo Ashiok. Okay, let's return the Gilded Lotus to hand, because that gives them so much mana there. Slow them down a tad. If they don't discard that, we kind of... Okay, discard a land. Maybe they just don't have very good cards. Emery comes out again. 5 mana. Boom, bing, boom, bam, boom. Anything good in there? So the one thing we're scared of, guys, is... You probably know this, but Paradox Engine. And also, Shieldred is kind of funky because... We can flip her if they have 8 or more cards in the graveyard. And guess what? They've got 9. That was ridiculously powerful. Oh, that's the power of removal, isn't it? Oh, it's a Ragavan again. And this hand is very slow. We need a very fast... There we go. We've got the kill spell here. And the Shieldred again, oddly enough. Here we are, Ragavan. And this is why you need spells that cost 1 mana to kill creatures, because I'd say something interesting did happen to Hellq, I realised. When Ragavan was introduced into the format, suddenly it made control decks a lot weaker, and I think that's a good thing overall, but it's just another scary threat, you know. Different kind of scary threat. Let's go for the plan just to draw a card here. This does proliferate, but at the moment in time, I'd just rather just get the expensive spells out of the way. So they're going to keep stealing cards. Don't know why they're in full control. Oh, no, no. Oh, my God. 2 of those effects. Whoa, the Massacre is going to be really lovely in the following turn here. Let's get rid of the Lannery Storm, because that's even more mana for them. Although saying that, it was a 2-drop, so I probably should just let them have it, right? Because now they're going to go for... oh, I should have got rid of that. I should have killed that, guys. That was a stupid move on my part. Okay, well, I suppose we can go... so what have they got? They've got Strangle and they've got Lightning Bolt. They've got 6 damage. Oh, my goodness. Top deck. Languish. Yes. See, board wipes are good again. See, for a long time, Hell Q was just a load of control decks. So stuff like board wipes you'd put in to stop aggro wouldn't do much. But now they actually have a place. Oh, my. So that goes back to hand. Okay. And then that Sanctum goes away. So I'm tempted to just bait them out with an Ashiok next turn. We've got some incredible cards on our hand. This is a lot like Standard, to be honest. In fact, these 3 are Standard cards. That just proves to you how insane Power Creep is, right? Take a snapshot of this hand. In fact, even this land, this entire hand, apart from Ashiok, is doable in Standard. And you can see why, because Shieldred combined with Invoke Despair is ludicrous. Because if you draw 3 cards, you're also going to gain 6, right? So now they're thinking about using Lightning Bolt, which they probably will, because Lightning Bolt can then... it depends what they want to do, right? They can Lightning Bolt the Ashiok for 3, and then in their turn they can Strangle the Ashiok for 3. Or they can take care of our creature, but the issue with that is Ashiok's still going to be alive, so they're going to have to get through the 3 toughness. Oh, I love game theory. Tell me if you like game theory and you like my thoughts about things. Because sometimes just gameplay, I think you can find pretty much anywhere, right? Let's be honest, gameplay. You're not here for just the gameplay, though, are you? You're here for me, I'd hope, and my tactical analysis. So they're going for the creature, which means they're going to take a punt with going for Ashiok normally. Remember, if they hit Ashiok, they don't get a trigger. Oh, okay, they're going to go for me. That feels... I mean, they could just go for the Ether Flux Reservoir here. That would be okay, but they're 26 life away from killing us with this, so I'm not that bothered. Also, we can return it to our hand and they exile, because the interesting part here is return on opponent to its owner's hand, then that... oh, it's owner's hand. Interesting. So if I were to return the Aether Flux, I would exile a card. That's cheeky. Also, this is just crazy. I think we've got them, guys. To be, I really think we've got them, because if we go for Shieldred here, they don't have a kill spell in hand for it. We have 8 toughness, and they've only got 1 lightning bolt. Okay, so we're at 10. Let's see what they've got. We have Ashiok on ultimate, although Ashiok doesn't do anything in ultimate because we don't have any cards in exile that we want to cast. Well, they have that stupid artifact, but I don't really care. They did get us to over under half-life, though. So they've done a valiant job. But to be honest, I think this is where the road ends for them. Unless they've got some weird thing, like maybe turn this online into a creature. Both of them attack me. If I block, they use a lightning bolt on the Shieldred. That would be annoying. Not going to lie. Or maybe they could go for the Cliff Haven Kite Sail. Or the Equip for 2s a lot. Burn down the house, of course. This also happened in a previous game. The removal is real. And they've also got the lightning bolt for the Ashiok as well. Wow. That was pretty lucky, wouldn't you say? Considering they drew into that. It's pretty ludicrous. Okay, fine. Let's just punish them then. Lose both the cards in their hand, please. But yeah, that flying is going to get annoying. It really is. Damn it. I was really hoping to gain some life with that Shieldred. Oh well. 9 life's a fair amount. Casting. Cast. It still uses the cast, right? They're going to go for Mishra's Foundry. Okay. That gives it just flying. Where are they going with this? To my head? Wow, they are aggressive. So they're going to get me down to 7. I think we're going to have to Takanuma to get back Shieldred, guys. 5, because we die next turn. Are they going to like... Oh, that was stupid. Why did they do that? We would have been on 4. Why does that feel silly to me? The flying is going to get irritating, not going to lie. So, yeah, we'll get back the Shieldred, although I'm not sure if we're going to be able to use that. So yeah, we can't attack because if they dash, they're going to get us really close to death. But if we can tank just a little bit more damage here, wow. Okay, so yeah, because we have the Tezzeret's Gambit, I think we're fine, to be honest. That was a silly move though, because if they'd done 3 to us, we'd been 4, then they would have had 2 flying over the top again, maybe something dashing at some point. Man, too hasty. Okay, here we go, guys. Ultimate test. Rusko, can we beat it? Can we beat it? We shall see. What have we got? Thought Erasure. Let's get rid of that. Shadow's Verdict. Whir and a Ramp. Not that bothered, to be honest. They don't have any removal so far for our Ashiok. And we just have a Wash Away on top, which is really powerful. So if as long as we keep hitting lands here, we should be fine. So they go for Relic. Okay. And yeah, we're just going to leave up the mana here. So we don't really want them to resolve the Rusko. Well, they cast it, and did they get the 4th land? They missed the land. So we can just go for the Sangromancer here. I can't believe they missed a land. If you use Rusko... Oh my god, they missed another land. That's strange. We gain life just from random discards as well. Fantastic. And a Staff of Completion. I think they may have picked up a counterspell now, though. Annul. Damn. I'm seeing that a lot. Annul. It's picked up popularity. The odd thing about Annul is, I used to use this before it's popular, and people told me, like, oh, why are you doing it? And then now people are doing it. I wonder what it is that... Maybe Golos, perhaps? Do they have more counter spells? Maybe. So I don't think casting Ashiok is the answer, to be honest. So if they go for Rusko, we'll try and Wash Away. Although now they're scared. Okay. This Sangromancer is fantastic. Like, just the passives are just so lovely. Gaining life. Gaining life's important. Like, it doesn't feel like it's going to make a difference. But against, you know, considering Ragavan's in the format. Holy crap. They have a poison now as well. So that's something I forgot to say in the deck tech, is that there is a poison proliferate sub-theme, because sometimes games go so long you need an alternate way to just get through. Relic of Legends. Okay. I am going to try my best to ride Sangromancer to victory here. We have 2 counter spells. We are lightning bolting them every single turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only issue is if they play something that's uncounterable. That would be very bad. The Wear of Invention is instant. We have to be careful about that. Key to the Archive. I'll try and counter that, because that could give them a spell that is going to affect the outcome of the game here. And you know what? I am actually going to wash away the Tail's End, because if we resolve the Urtide, we also get 3 more power on board. Which means their clock is now really... It's going down really quick here. Wow, we beat a freaking Rusko. You know what? I'm happy with this deck. I think I've beaten all the things I wanted to beat. Ragavan, Rusko. You know, it's an absolute joy. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Especially you, Jonaroth. It's nice to make a deck that can compete in Hellq. That, you know, should be an improvement from the previous video I did last year or 2 years ago, I think it was now. Yeah, that was good fun. And sometimes Hellq can be fun, but as long as you expect it, that's all I'm asking for. I don't want to be going in Hellq with brand new commanders that are untested, unless it's something that we know is powerful like a track. So, you know, that's all really. Have a good day, guys. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.